Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm here to encourage you to pick up the pen. Today I'm going to give you 5 reasons why anybody can write a book. So reason 1 is self-publishing. Previously, the traditional publishing houses, they were basically the gatekeepers of the writing community. So you had to have a certain level of prose and experience and various other things to get into the published market. These days, self-publishing is a huge industry. We're up to 400 books every day being uploaded onto Amazon, as well as all the other platforms available. So you can literally publish a book today, tomorrow. You don't have to hire a professional editor, developmental editor, any of that stuff. You can do it on the cheap. You can do it for free. You can design your own cover if you wanted to. You can self-edit. There's no requirements at all. Virtually, you have to format it for the publishing, but besides that, you just publish it and you'll get, basically a percentage of the sales. So it's really that easy. Obviously, the more you put into it, the more potentially you can get out. Like any kind of business, when you are launching a book, essentially you're starting a brand and you are launching a business. But there's nobody stopping you from self-publishing anymore. So you can really just go round those gatekeepers, and this day and age you can publish a book today if you have one obviously ready to publish. Second point is that we are all storytellers, so it's not like a born gift. I mean, everybody has different levels of talent, but we every day tell stories. Is how we communicate. Like today my friend did this and I went and did this. We communicate via stories. We immerse ourselves in stories. We go to stories for escapism, but we are all storytellers. This is one of the oldest things in humanity, is telling stories. Back before social media, people would just as they travel, they'd tell stories about things they've heard, and this is how news would travel, through word of mouth. So that's how it started off, and it's how it still is today. But every single one of us is a storyteller. Number 3 is there's no prerequisites whatsoever. Okay, you don't have to have a degree. You don't have to have a certain following on YouTube. You don't have to come from an academic background to have a certain amount of time to. Do you know what I mean? There's no prerequisites at all. Prerequisites at all. Sorry, they just don't exist. You can write a book no matter what your circumstances are, what your education level is, your vocabulary, your time constraints, your gender, or your whatever. It doesn't make a slightest bit of difference. Anybody can publish a book. Anyone can write a book, and there's not a single reason why you can't. There's successful dyslexic authors out there. There's successful blind authors out there. There is literally not a single thing stopping you from writing a book. Fourth point is your first draft is a book. Now, let me just go into a little bit more detail. I want to keep it nice and speedy, but a lot of people say, until I've finished writing my book and I've done like 10 edits and I've had a professional edit and it's like all polished, it's a polished little gem, and you've buffered it to perfection. Now you wrote a book. No. Okay, your book is, you've written a book when you completed your first draft. Okay, as a beginning, a middle, and end. That is a book. All right, like my mum, for example, she has wrote a story, based loose in her own life, and she never got through to that kind of editing stage, but nonetheless, she wrote a book, and she's proud about that, and you should be proud about writing a book. I mean, and I'm on my first draft. It's completed. I work on the editing stage, but I have finished a book, completed a book, and it's not completed until you've done all the editing. That's the editing process. So if you complete the first draft, okay, you've done beginning, middle, and end, and you've basically told yourself the story, and there is a story there, the bare bones of a story. That is a book. Doesn't mean you're going to publish it. The next step is editing for publishing. that's a different step. But first you have to write the book, which you have done if you completed your first draft. So don't act like you haven't, because you have finished the book. Now you just need to edit it for publishing. The fifth point, I think it's a very important one, and we want to drive it home, especially as I'm 32. I'm just starting my writing journey now, but some people start older than me. Do you know what I mean? And some people don't get books published at 50. Some are debut authors at 70. It does not matter. There is no age limit on becoming an author. There's no age limit on writing a book. Doesn't matter if you're 12 and you want to write a book. Doesn't matter if you're 70. Okay? And the older you get, the more stories you've got to tell, the more life experience you've got to draw from, the more inspiration you can take from, the lives of the people that you've, met along the way. So don't ever tell yourself you're too old, that kind of thing. You can do anything. Well, that kind of is true when it comes to writing books, or writing stories, because age is not a hindrance. In fact, it's probably an advantage, okay? So it's different in some fields. If I say you're 40 and you want to be a professional footballer, you can do anything. Well, yeah, it's pretty tough. But if you want to start writing stories at 40, 50, 60, 70, 10, does not matter. There is no age limit. Okay, anyone can write stories because we are all storytellers. Sorry guys, that was a bit chaotic. Just want to keep it nice and short. No one's really watching at the moment, so this is mostly just for me. But if you are watching, thanks a bunch. Please leave a like, a subscribe, and tune in for the next one.